Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skyazrael.com if you want life coaching and mentoring. It's bright and early. Daily discipline. Mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Let's get into today's topic. I want to talk about love. I talk about this every once in a while. I've done a couple videos on this topic, and every time I hit a topic, again, I want to attack it from a different angle so we can get a greater understanding. Maybe you've had your lover, your woman, say, I love you. Or maybe if you're a woman, I got a couple women, I think I got 2 or 3 women that watch this channel. Maybe you've had your man say he loves you. And that can feel good. Many of us live for that. We want that reciprocity. We want to be able to love someone, but we want them to love us. As soon as you realize that you've been loving somebody with all your heart, raw and honest, and then maybe they don't love you back in the same way, oh, it's devastating sometimes. And you get pissed off and you say, well, fuck you. It almost feels like that's the game of love, is reciprocity. Unless you're Mother Teresa or someone like that, Martin Luther King, where you can love people that don't give a fuck about you. I heard someone say this statement and it was confusing to me, but let's hash it out together. And they said, love will always ruin relationships. Isn't that interesting? A guy was talking about how you never get married for love, that only fools marry for love. This idea of romantic love in connection with marriage is rather new. Historically, you can track it to like the Enlightenment era, 150 years ago or so. Before that, people weren't getting married for love. It was more of survival, more of a business contract, like a partnership. But how could someone saying I love you ruin a relationship? I didn't get that. Isn't that the best part of the relationship, when you guys are like, oh, I love you, oh, I love you? I'm not sure what he's talking about, right? So I had to think about it. When someone says I love you, there's always a condition laced in that phrase. You can ask them, and you'll find out why they love you, and that reason might ruin the relationship. So for example, someone says, I love you, baby, I love you. You may have a knee-jerk reaction to just say, well, I love you back, and then that's the end of it. Ask them, why? Why do you love me? What's the reason? What do you love about me? And the answer may surprise you. It may ruin the relationship. She may say, I love you because of your big muscles. Well, what happens when I'm 65 and my muscles start to atrophy and I turn into an old man? Will you stop loving me? Will you dump me to go find a younger man? It does happen. Men do this to women. You may love your wife because she's got such a banging body. You just get intoxicated with her boobies and her butt. Love it. Sex with her is the best. And you love her for her beauty. She's so beautiful. My wife is so beautiful. I love you so much, baby. You're so beautiful. So what happens when she's not beautiful no more? What happens when you fill her full of kids and her body doesn't snap back and she's fat like her mom was? What happens when you're 55, 60, and it turns out she's not a model anymore? She's just some regular dumpy ass chick like most everybody on the planet Earth. Then what? Then a lot of guys start cruising high schools, right? They start going for these younger chicks. They fuck their secretary. Because that marriage wasn't real. You didn't love her. You lied to her. You can't love a physical object. You can't love a set of tits. That's not love. So saying I love you is a condition, and when someone says I love you and you ask them why, what they tell you back might be surprising. It might be rather shallow. It might be a condition that they've laid upon you. I love you because you do anything for me. What does that mean? You calling me a simp? What if I had 2 broken arms and 2 broken legs in the hospital? What if I turned into a quadriplegic by some accident? What if I got in an accident on my motorcycle, turned into a quadriplegic, and I can't do anything for you anymore? You have to do things for me. What if I'm no longer the protector and the provider and this daddy image that you married? What if I turn into just some regular guy who needs fucking help? Then what? Oh, it happens. It happens, my brother. You think that's too terrible? It happens. Women leave men all the time. Maybe because they're just getting a little bit old, a little bit weak. They don't present the same image that was had. You see it in relationship counseling, and a couple will go to a counselor and they still claim to be in love, but they say, well, the relationship has died. Well, what's died? It's that they don't meet each other's expectations anymore. Because that's what it's all about, right? A mountain of expectations. It's interesting, in the Bible, the love of God. God loves man. God loves humans. God loves all humanity. We're made in the image of God. But God never tells you why he loves you. It's never said in the book anywhere. Never mentioned why. Why does Jesus love me? What's so great about me? What's there to love about me, Jesus? Why would you love a piece of shit like me? They'll never tell you. Because it can't be verbalized. As soon as you verbalize love, you belittle it. As soon as you describe it, this is the Tao. I'll lose some of you on here, right? But some of you who understand Taoism will get this like a motherfucker. The Tao cannot be described. It cannot be named. As soon as you describe it, you get away from the Tao. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Usually a motherfucker who's going to sit there and explain to you what love is and how much he loves you and why is full of shit, and they're a manipulative jerk. Full of expectations that, oh, you better live up to. You better never go broke, motherfucker. Because that bitch will bounce. You better never get out of shape because that dude's gone. It's all food for thought.